The last thing is backgrounds. So when you're shooting something, if you're shooting something about you presenting something on a regular basis, having a good background is important, a backdrop, because people notice that stuff. People look behind you. Like right now I'm talking, but you keep looking at the screen because there's something behind you, right? So generally, a simple one is good. I would recommend a black backdrop just because it's just simple. If you're standing in front of it, try not to wear dark colors. You want to wear something contrasting against it. That's what we use with our setup, and it's really effective because it's a simple background. Yeah, you can use a sheet. I mean, again, we talked about MacGyver at the start. You can use sheets, you can use whatever you can. A thicker fabric is better because then it just hangs better because you don't want creases and stuff, because cameras do pick up that kind of stuff. And you need a stand, obviously, to hold it. It's a close friend of mine. Green screens. Now, green screens are amazing and they can help you do lots of stuff. They can be very tricky, though. Green screens need to be lit separately to the subject. So I don't know if you remember, but in the show reel I showed you, there was a PowerPoint slide and there was a little guy talking down in one corner. We shot him in front of a green screen and then chroma keyed it out, which you've probably heard of. So we keyed out the green color. And what that means is you, and this is why they use green screens, is because it is a uniform color that you can actually, in editing programs, you can remove that color. The reason they use green screens more than blue screens now is because not many people have lime green eyes, but people have blue eyes, and sometimes they found that they got rid of the blue screen and the people's eyes, so it was scaring children, so stop using it. Now with a green screen, it's about having consistent light. So if you really want to use one, the way we do it is you get 2 lights on the green screen, lighting it separately, and then you light your subject separately to that. So you get an even light, because otherwise, if there's dark spots and things like that, when you go into your editing program and try to get rid of the green, there'll be like a strip of dark left there. And that is endlessly problematic. So that's why it's really important to get it clean. It can be done in iMovie. Sorry.
Yeah, and I was going to add to green screen as well. My gut feeling is, unless you're going to do it well and do it right, don't do it at all, because it can look really tacky when you do it and you're not doing it well and they've got a green glow outside and they're sort of, not quite cut very well and a bit jagged if you haven't done it right. So I think green screen, once you get comfortable and once you get someone who can help you set it up, then maybe look into it. Otherwise, in my personal opinion, I think it looks a little bit tacky. Some people think it looks more professional, but I tend to disagree.
And sorry, Steve, go ahead.
I was just going to say I tried out some green screen stuff, and if you've got something like that's in our case it was yellow, and everything was going great until the guy held up the yellow book, and there was nothing I could seem to do to get it to blend out. The yellow seemed to fade into the green or something.
Yeah, if it's because yellow is close to green, so it's. If it's in that spectrum, then it's gonna get blended into it. Yeah.
During the break, we'll give you some tips on things that you can do.
Yeah, and the reason why it looks like you get little bits of green on people is because the light, what happens is light hits the green screen and then reflects onto the person, which is why you need to light them separately. And that's why you use a backlight to separate the subject. So it is a bit complicated. You're going to need about 5 lights, and it's something to kind of get some help with, or look at a tutorial, or talk to me, or
I've recently come up with a great concept using lycra, like green lycra, because it stretches, doesn't have any creases. Don't get any creases or anything like that. Get a spotlight for, it's really cheap anyway. Like I paid $40 and I think I got 10 metres.